Since her breakthrough role in the Euphoria series, Sydney Sweeney has since become a powerhouse in Hollywood, landing big roles for major studios and in so gaining widespread recognition around the globe. As blessed by the gods, her beauty appeals to the masses and in so making her a marketable brand. But with all these blessings also comes a curse of controversies, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. Her first major controversy was in 2022 when she was caught in a legal battle with a swimwear brand alleging she broke a brand agreement. She was sued by lifestyle company LA Collective, which claimed she had walked away from an agreement to model and promote its new swimwear line, Somewhere Swimwear. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, LA Collective alleged that Sweeney had originally agreed to serve as the line's lead influencer. She had reportedly approved all of the designs and signed off on production prototypes, but then, without warning, cancelled the contract. The company's accusation extend further. LA Collective claimed that Sweeney had quote-unquote appropriated some of the designs for her own purposes by wearing them during at least 5 episodes of Euphoria where she played Cassie Howard. They went on to say that it is hard to understand how she will suffer any more reputation damage than what she has already incurred as a result of her and salacious internet depictions, which were entirely self-inflicted wounds. The brand, which had projected at least $3 million in sales with Sweeney as the face of the campaign, pursued damages for the full amount they believed was lost due to the failed partnership. As many celebrities voted the hit through silence, this was not the case with Sydney Sweeney. Her legal team responded to the allegations by stating the statements made by the swimwear brand were frankly disgusting, especially in the context of reducing Sweeney to a harlot, or rather sex worker, due to the over-the-top scenes she does for entertainment. Sydney stopped working with the company, claiming they are an exceedingly disreputable clothing company which has earned itself an F rating by the Better Business Bureau and has a reputation for scamming its customers, business associates, and creditors alike. They have made a name for itself by piggy-banking on the fame of successful actresses and influencers, using the goodwill and notoriety of actresses like Sweeney to sell clothing online and reap a tremendous profit for itself. In the months to come, it was reported that a court hearing was scheduled in the case brought about by the LA Collective company. The aftermath was that the plaintiff did not appear at the hearing as per the court's minutes, and then the judge decided to dismiss the case entirely, thus confirming the claims made by Sydney Sweeney's legal team and giving her a big W. In 2022, it was not a work in Hollywood, but rather the fallout from a surprise family gathering. This was a celebration for her mother's 60th birthday, which sparked a wave of criticism that threatened to jeopardize her standing within the very liberal fan base that had embraced her open expression of her sensuality on screen. Sweeney, who came from a small town upbringing in rural Idaho, appeared to reveal inadvertently that her family's political and cultural leanings were more conservative than many of her supporters had expected. The birthday party, held with a Western hoedown theme, featured line dancing, jean jacket embroidery, and even a mechanical bull. Partygoers wore novelty red caps that read "Make 60 Great Again," a playful riff on Donald Trump's campaign slogan. While such wordplay had been used in various contexts across the political spectrum in recent years, its association with Trumpism proved enough to ignite outrage online. What amplified the backlash further was the appearance of a guest wearing a law enforcement t-shirt. Critics on Twitter quickly seized upon the imagery. Many began to accuse Sweeney's family of racism, white supremacy, and homophobia, equating the perceived conservative overtones of the celebration with broader political and social intolerance. The condemnation spread rapidly, with some users denouncing Sweeney herself as a Trump supporter by association. On this other side, many also swift to defend her, as seen in this Reddit post, and I quote, it says, "It was a complete non-controversy, and some of those core-left people were outraged for ridiculous reasons. I mean, you're not allowed to have right-wing family members anymore, and even if Sydney Sweeney was a Republican, which she is most likely not, she's just an actress, not a policymaker." And so, to clear the air, Sweeney addressed the whole situation on Twitter, basically encouraging the masses not to jump into political assumptions, as she was solely celebrating her mother's birthday and nothing else. In July of this year, American Eagle unveiled a new campaign featuring the actress. The slogan at the center of the promotion was simple:
Sydney Sweeney, has very keen.
On the surface, it was a playful pun highlighting the brand's denim collection, yet almost immediately the ad sparked widespread backlash online, igniting debates over beauty standards, political signaling, and even echoes of eugenics. The central controversy stemmed from the double meaning of the word jeans. While the campaign was meant to spotlight denim fashion, many interpreted the phrase as a reference to jeans, like literally jeans, G-E-N-E-S, as compared to what you were saying, Jeans, implying that Sweeney's attractiveness and success were the results of her DNA. This unintended reading opened the door to criticism that the campaign was not only tone deaf but also carried undertones of exclusion. Like, take this TikTok video.
A lot of you are missing very important context for these Sydney Sweeney American Eagle jeans, okay? Still be pissed off, just for a different reason. 1980, Calvin Klein made these ads with Brooke Shields for their jeans. And if you watch a little bit of those clips, it all clicks. You're like, oh, they're trying to pay homage to those original ads. That's why Sydney's talking so sensual. That's why the camera's going up and down her body. I mean, it's exactly to the T. Herein lies the problem. In one of these ads with Brooke Shields, she's giving you a little mini lesson on DNA and sequencing and the wordplay on jeans and jeans, right? That's why Sydney, when she did it, it didn't really make sense. It didn't go over as well. You know why it didn't go over as well when Sydney did it? And why it comes off as like her talking about eugenics and shit? Because when Brooke did it, she starts off by saying, yeah, this is what I'm learning. This is what I just learned in class. In my 8th grade class, because I'm 14. She was 14. She was 14. And if you don't know who Brooke Shields is for real, that's a common trend in her acting career, was that she was from a young age. And even when these ads came out in 1980, people were weirded out. People were like, why is this 14-year-old talking to me like this? Why is the camera going up and down her body like that? Why is she doing these positions? So weird. Now, Sydney, you know who Brooke Shields, you're an actress and you're a woman. There's no way you haven't heard of Brooke Shields. And even if you hadn't, you had to have seen those Calvin Klein ads because you killed your role. You killed it. You sound just like Brooke did. You sound just like the 14-year-old they were. Great job.
And if you guys want a history breakdown of this eugenic movement, please do subscribe, comment, and maybe, just maybe, I'll do a video about it. Against the backdrop, critics argued that celebrating Sydney Sweeney, an actress whose looks already embody Western ideals of beauty, risked reviving rhetoric that equated worth with genetic advantage. To many, the ad seemed to suggest that only people who look like Sweeney, which is young, blonde, white, and slim, will be considered as having great genes. Beyond historical association, the ad also fueled criticism about the fashion industry's ongoing reliance on narrow beauty ideals. Meanwhile, conservative figures, President Donald Trump, left to Sweeney's defense, framing the backlash as another example of woke overreach. And here's the video to prove that.
Actress Sydney Sweeney, it came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney, she's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
You would think with all the backlash that the fashion wear company would swoop in with an immediate apology to try and cool down the heat, right? Well, if you thought so, you thought wrong, ladies and gentlemen. They did the exact opposite by saying this. The campaign is and always was about the jeans. Her jeans, her story. We will continue to celebrate how everyone wears the American Eagle jeans with confidence their way. Great jeans look good on everyone. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me, was I right, was I wrong? What did you learn? Please do like, comment, subscribe. I have done many other deep dives of Sydney Sweeney in which you can check in this video and also this video. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.